Namo, me call around the country, yes, because once I say Otifakwa, okay, say BBI okay.
What's what so?
Accra, so okay, say everything is okay, but we call different regions, you see the realities of the ground. Yes, exactly. And see, sometimes I'm a bahana, me charging, I'm a fire, and it's because of what I'm going to see. And I know there.
Need fire where you go.
Captain, medical chair all the youth of Ghana, where they are chair or BBI. I said my meeting person, it looks like it's already been touched on, but I'll just touch on them and I'll go to the real issue. Captain, this hospital, I said no. It's interesting, but I can't ask them that. And I've said, if not for the citizens, simple. Politicians in this country are not the ruling elites, no. Omun see hospital for themselves.
Someone see my and cry.
Omun see my own because
no man
that's the only thing we're asking. Say, common sense should tell them, say, even if you don't do for the citizens, no, do it for your colleagues, you people. Because, Captain, we've had 3 former head of states. In fact, 7 head of states who have died in office because we didn't have good hospitals in this country.
That's right.
And like you said, say, Ofie or East Legon, and our airport hills. From East Legon to the airport, say, we in Chakra, 5-10 minutes, they will be travel. Udru airport, from the airport in Ghana to UK and now Germany, so we in Chakra another 4 hours. And if it's a medical emergency, Ube 5 to 10 minutes to the airport, then plus 4 hours to wherever you're going to for the treatment. So, are you not dead? And see, common sense alone should tell them, say, even amongst yourselves, for yourselves, build a world-class hospital. Only to me inviting doctors from other countries to come and serve in those hospitals and pay them with all the money you've been stealing. Those could pay those doctors very well to keep them in this country to give you healthcare services. Is this too hard to do? When I say the whole government has run mad, Captain, you don't understand me. Because you're not doing it for the citizens, so your own selves. You can't do this. It is Obi Yari. They have to move the person from Kumasi to Accra, put him in the plane, and fly him outside. This is not madness. What should I call it? You see? No, that's what I'm saying. It is madness. I can't imagine this because for yourself, according to say, Captain, you don't have a toilet in your house.
Who were just so?
Yes.
Who Yari?
The second largest.
Just Ghana. I confanoche.
Yes.
One confanoche.
Uncle confanoche na yaman or light off. And yaman doing so.
Ah boy.
You see, Captain. So this is what I'm talking about, Captain. Let's go to Parliament. You see, if I was president today, Captain, the first institution that will be dissolved will be Parliament. It's the most useless government institution we've ever had in the country, in the history of this country.
Yeah.
Parliament.
Ah, okay.
Captain, yet a growing way so, and I yet say, your man light off for Parliament, and I'm a okay. Captain, you see, there's something basic that goes into infrastructure. Say, oh, see dying. Say, oh, the lift, but see dying more. We have something called the automatic recovery recovery device. And today, you fix this thing to every lift facility. And it's a light no call off and poor. You have reserve power to be able to bring the lift to the nearest level. Now I'm for to me exit. We're not told say in Parliament when the lights went off, people were trapped in the elevators. But you see, Captain, even before that one self, before Parliament can have total blackout, say omu light and I say light are call off. That means it's a national security issue. What happened to the standby generator? And I say emergency power supply. What happened to that? And this is a major arm of government. Captain, you see, I'm telling you, those who are running this country are jokers. In fact, there's no one running this country, it's on autopilot. Yes, I'm serious. Because for a major arm of government, which is Parliament, to have power outage, for people to even get stuck in the lift. So only standby generator, for you, that's even fine. But I'm saying everywhere you fit an elevator, and as Ube fixing lift, you have the ARD, and ARD is supposed to be there. It's part of your common basic safety protocols. Say in case of any emergency, say light call offer, people who are in the elevator or under the lift can get to the nearest elevator or the next level, and then they can exit from that. They don't have this there. And if this is happening in Parliament, can you imagine what's happening at Job 600?
I don't take elevator.
I always use the stairs, like you think, like me. Yes, I always use the stairs. Hey. Captain, you see, no, seriously, this is an arm of government, and you have these people having these things happening there. Who's running the country? Like Kofi asked, who's running this country? A bunch of jokers, every single one of them. And Captain, you see, this goes to the youth. It's not surprising, sir, we are in the same condition we are in, because those who are at the top, even for themselves, amongst themselves, look what they do. They can't even manage themselves. How do you think they can manage the affairs of the youth then? I don't even want to touch on the so-called African Games that's happening here.
Hey.
Because I'll share on the podium, no, the numbers 1, 2, 3, where baby I'll bet you will medal. No.
Only A4 sheets in that time.
My goodness.
Hey.
This is in a country that
And
actually.
I'm not 100% why.
Charlie.
I want to salute. And you're gloom po salute.
Just
And you're gloom po.
See, I say, I'm so big gun anymore.
No. Seriously.
Ha. Captain, this is a country.
Hey.
In the 60s, early 60s, Captain, we created the biggest man-made lake in the world.
My gosh, man. This is.
I don't know if people really understand this thing. So Ghana was able to create the biggest man-made lake in the world.
And it still is.
That is a country that is using A4 sheets. No, Captain, look at the contrast. And yet, we created the biggest man-made lake. Can you imagine where we've fallen from? This is a standard.
A4 sheets. You're printing one kakraka net taro. 2 net taro. I can't so now where I say I am number 2, I am not number 3. Share picture.
Obviously, on one stage of local ball games, no. They have to sit in the bucket of a pickup.
Oh, yeah, we played the video.
Yes, the bucket of a pickup. And see, the so-called tap and go, no. Those buses are not operational. We don't have any of those buses to be able to. We can't designate any of those buses.
What kind of
Maybe.
the so-called tap and go.
And see, maybe. Couldn't we have even used this as a beautiful opportunity to pilot this idea? Say all the athletes should have that tap and go card so they can actually tap and go to the stadiums. We couldn't. Because I'm telling you, the whole government has run mad.
They tap and go where? Now what?
Gambia, let's get serious in this country for once.
Oh, right.
You see, I'm shy in advance for anyone who will wear any party colors and say they're campaigning for any political party. I'm ashamed in advance for those people. Yes, and all those people would have to be mentally derailed. They have mental problems. And in fact, we have to take mental health issues seriously in this country. Because if you are a member of any of these two political parties, let me mention their name. I don't give a damn to who is listening. To the NPP and the NDC. So obey your campaign for NDC and MPP. You just think about the things that are happening. And check yourself and imagine, is this what you're actually campaigning for? Is this what you're actually going to put your integrity on the line to support? What are they offering? Have you seen the state of the Independence Square? Captain, for about 5 years, we've not had the celebration of the Independence Day in Ghana, in Accra.
In Accra, yeah, sure.
And people think, sir, it's because it's a national event, so we are going around. It's a very big lie. I dare any of them to have any event at the Independence Square in Accra. I dare any of them. They can only do the church service because that one, say, the tent, square and so. But have you seen the stage, the podiums? I mean, the stands. Have you seen the state of the stands? I think you did a story, you covered it, yes. You should even look at it today, it's worse off. And see, someone puts the flame of destiny, sir, I saw every 6th of March, no. Now, yeah, they call around. You see, people don't even understand the importance of that thing. And Captain, I'd like to touch on it briefly before I go to my main topic for today.
Have you gone about
warm up.
Hey.
Yes. Captain, when you said that flame of destiny, it was Nkrumah who lit that flame. And that's where he said, sir, that's where he declared Ghana independent. And said that flame that he has lit can never be quenched. And that was actually what's going to lead the black world, the darkened world, out of darkness into the light, into the bright future. It was symbolic, sir, he lit that fire in Accra at the Independence Square. Captain, right after that flame base, is a certain statue, the unknown anonymous soldier. Right after that, you find the Independence Arc, right? Captain, that thing is symbolic. When we say from the Freedom Arc, which is closer to the sea, there's a long line that runs in the middle, in the center, to the flame torch, to the statue, to the Independence Arc. Captain, have you noticed that straight line? And you cannot move that thing and take it around the country.
That's right.
You can't. It's symbolic why that thing was lit here, and the reason why every 6th of March that flame is lit here. You cannot carry that thing and run it around because they don't even understand. Now, behind that, we said there are a lot of flag posts behind it. The idea of those flag posts, and just say the Ghana flags bear 16 and not 30, best in saying home. No. Nkrumah made a categorical statement. He says the independence of Ghana will be meaningless unless it's linked to the total liberation. In fact, he left something out: the total liberation and unification of the African continent. Now, all those flag posts, The first one in the middle was supposed to be the Ghana flag, but every other flag post was supposed to carry all the flags of the independent African states. That was the idea, that was the vision. But see, these people don't understand anything. I'm going to say a ceremony, until you call march, and then we do all of that, then we go our way. They don't understand the importance of that ceremony. And see, someone says he's taking it around the country, and voter. But you see, in their ignorance, the last one we had was in Koforidua. Then they bring representation from across the country to that spot. Why didn't they say because we are going around the country, but we're going to Koforidua and see, then we're going to go to Ho later, we do only Ho. Why did they bring the whole country into that space? Do they understand what that means? Captain, I'm telling you, the people who are around this country are jokers. In fact, we don't even have anyone around this country.
No.
But comes to the main issue, Ghana is not independent. I'll say this and I say it again. Ghana is not independent. We lost that sovereign status on the 24th of February 1966. Since the 24th of February 1966 till date, Ghana has never been free. And let's get this on the record. And I'd like anyone to debate me on this. Captain, do you know Ghana never became a republic as well? 1st July 1960. You know it never became a republic?
Okay.
But you will deal with this. I want to have a good time and we can bring these issues. And before I finish, I'll drop my social media handles. May a full video on this and then we'll bring this thing out. And you know why a certain president came and cancelled 1st July as a holiday and nobody asked any questions and nobody has said anything about it. But we'll go into details with this. But I'm saying Ghana is not an independent country. Captain, answer Albania independence is in threefold. You have your political independence, you have your economic independence, then you have your social independence. Let's deal with the political independence first. Until the 6th of March 1957, Captain, the people who were ruling and running our nation were the British. Before then, we've had the Swedes, we've had the Danes, we had the Portuguese, all these people. I'm not really so paying. But on the 6th of March 1957, that is when Ghanaians took over the management and running of our country for ourselves. It was not complete, but it was the first step, and that was supposed to be political independence. Captain Nkrumah also stated in his speeches, sir, apart from your political independence, that was just the first step of it, but you have to work towards gaining your economic independence. That is where you have total control over your resources. You decide everything that has to do with your economy by yourselves. And see, that's why he went into a serious drive for the economic development when he introduced the 4-year development plan, then introduced the 7-year development plan. Now, these things were supposed to get Ghana onto a certain standing now. You're self-sufficient in economics and in our economy situation. Now, after you've gained your economic independence, then you move towards your social independence. Captain, social independence, let's say, I should not even be able to speak someone else's language as my first language. But say, beside what's our official language today? What is it? And English. But how is Ghana part of England? I'm free England and I'm English. And if we are speaking English as our official language in Ghana, what does it mean? That's the beginning of the social independence. And now beside I'm supposed to be called Patrick, but I don't use a name. I refer to myself as Nii Aryee.
There were certificates.
Yes, and you see, no, I don't even have to change it because it's something that someone gave me and they didn't consult me on that. We'll get into that issue. Yes.
Who gave you your parents?
And the so-called government, yes. So they ask you to register, and you register commodities, not human beings. But that's a separate conversation we'll go into at another time, yes. And see, Obisam said, then your friend is saying, my name is Nii Aryee. That is my name. Now, sir, me born me Nii Aryee, you don't have to ask me where do I come from. No, you know where I come from. Say Obi born in or say your friend Xi Jinping, you don't ask him who you know where he's coming from. Obi say your friend Ikechuku or Malitalewa, own baby off, he doesn't have to explain anything further. Because your name actually speaks on your identity. That is your first identity. And if we claim we are socially independent, organized an independent state, I said independence is in three folds. And she say, I don't say, you're independent. And I feel so ashamed, say my first language was English. Unfortunately, I feel very ashamed. Monsieur Aga, it was school. That's why I'm even struggling to learn how to speak Twi. Yes. Because I was trained.
What camera for change any Ghanaian language?
That's what I'm saying. I feel very ashamed for that, yes. But it's not my fault. I mean, I was. Oh no, I wish I could forget how to speak English and learn my local languages, yes. I speak English better than Ga, and I feel so ashamed about it. But I'm saying, no, I feel very ashamed about it, yeah. But I mean, it was not my fault. I didn't raise myself, right? So yes, that's what we're trying to correct. And see, Captain, if we claim we are independent, I've said this in threefold. We look at the political independence, which we've already lost. Look at economic independence, which we've also lost. Because today we are begging hand in hand, and not just begging.
And we've lost social.
That we even gain the social independence. Nkrumah started it. That's why, Captain, you see, imagine this. Out of 12 months in a year, we have 1 month where we celebrate and we say it's Ghana month. And you know what we do in Ghana month? We wear our indigenous clothes. We try to do things that promote our culture. But some month, then we go back to factory settings. What's factory settings? Now you share your suit. Now you share no. In fact, we don't even feel ashamed. We have just 1 day to celebrate as Friday wear. You share African print, yes. So you see, socially, we are completely colonized people. We've never been free. And see, out of 12 months, we choose 1 day to celebrate Ghana month. We'll choose 1 day of the week out of 7 days. We prefer 1 day to wear our own clothes. Where's the independence here? We've never been independent. After the 24th of February 1966, in fact, check it before 66 February. When Ghanaian athletes were going to any sports competition, what did they show up in? Yeah, we have pictures. You have pictures. I wish we could put those on. Anytime Ghana team, but call out of Ghana, I could bobo and any other sport before 1966. What were we going in? We say your friends, ma, serious kente. Yeah, we're repping, even not even just athletes, but government officials when they were going out. That's what we're.
Afcon you frankente. Ashui frankente.
We're reminiscing those past times, but yes. And now you have to say, yes, it's coming back. But yes, Captain, see, but let's face the reality, right? All these jokes aside, we're in a very serious situation right now. I say, yes, sure, what the way forward is. Now, we were in this country when they told us COVID, the Russia-Ukraine war has affected the Ghanaian economy so much. Our economy was nearly crashed. I have a news flash for all of you. Only says Sweden, as of 7th March, has joined NATO.
Yeah, sure.
Right. Now, Sweden president and citizens warning said they should prepare for emergency supplies for at least 36 hours. Said they are planning, they're anticipating, in Tokobesi, in all of Europe, led by NATO against
Russia.
So they've given a warning, not just Sweden, but German generals have also spoken. Even American generals have also spoken to the same effect. British generals have spoken to the same effect. Now, sir, Russia, Ukraine alone, 2 countries, were able to destabilize Ghana's economy. Okay. Can you imagine?
Russia, Ukraine.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you imagine what will happen if the whole of Europe goes to war?
Instead
of us to be, President be about a president has come out to tell the citizens they should prepare for emergency supplies for 36 hours. What are we doing in Ghana here? Have we checked our food security? Not coming. Because 2 countries were fighting. And a come day, we were not even able to feed our people for 3 months. Now you are talking about the entire Europe. Captain, there was an operation that was done by NATO. They were able to marshal 90,000 soldiers together. These were drills, Kekeo. So this shows you how real this thing is. And yes, no, this is something that's actually going on. Operation Steadfast, yeah. And it's going to run from January up to May. That's how long the drills are going to run for. Operation Steadfast, anybody can Google it and find out, yes. Captain, you see, this is where we are heading towards. And see, at this point in time, Captain, we need proper leadership. And here, Comedy Central.
No, comedy.
And now, Cantata and Kiso Concept Party. That's what we need in this country. We need serious men and women of integrity and honor who understand what duty means. And duty is to serve your nation. How do you serve your nation? Make sure you protect and defend your nation. That is what we need at this point in time. And I've told you, these jokers who don't even have an ARD equipment in their own parliament chamber, where they use their own lift. How do you think these people can protect us from anything? That is why, you see, cluelessly, they ran to America and went to sign that military base agreement. Captain Ukai. We did a demonstration on that thing to kick against it. They went ahead and they signed the agreement for the military base. Today, that same person is telling you, sir, accept LGBTQ+, RFD, and all of those things that apply. And if you don't accept it, they won't give you money. Imagine, sir, Ghana says, okay, fine, you know what? We're not going to accept this thing. To hell with America. What will Ghana do? Because you've given their soldiers unfettered access to our infrastructure. In fact, our radio spectrum has been given to them too. They have access to our radio spectrum. So America can listen on to anybody's call, interfere with anybody's phone services at any time they wish, and nobody can do them anything. How do you stand against someone like this? And this is the reason why we're kicking against such agreements. Because in the case, say, baby, I will say, we don't agree with this, and I to me yes, you know. How do you deal with such a person? After you give the person see, to the youth of Ghana, let's get serious. Every time we say the same thing every time. We say because we need forget, sir, we've been joking about this thing every time. We are can. For 2 years I've been on this platform. It's the same message we've been pushing every single time. This is 2024. It's an election year. We're going to the polls to make the decision we're making all this while again. This time, no, I'm telling you, these people have proven to us that they don't have anything to offer Ghanaians. And it's clear, you're seeing what's happening today. We said it from infrastructure to healthcare. They don't understand how governance works. And to forget all the public show and all the sloganeering that they've been pushing out there. This is a time for serious business. The youth in Ghana between 16 and 35 years, 12 million. So all kind, those of voting age from 18 upwards to 35, we're about 9.5 million. You need 50 plus 1 votes to win any elections. Me say, if the youth of Ghana decide today, say we are taking any individual today and we're going to put our votes behind that person, 9.5 million is a total hands down win. We have power in our hands. And this is the only opportunity we have to get things right. Me say, where the world is getting to today, particularly Europe, America, Asia, and Africa, you can't just vote because obiasem and obiya ofe. You can't make that mistake. We need people who understand exactly what is happening globally to be able to steer us through the coming storm. Me say, with the numbers 9.5 million, the youth of Ghana can decide our destinies today if we want to. Now, I'll be coming around, we'll be sharing most of this information. Me pesa obianti as here to the real core. Say, about what are the issues that we deal with. So, be bow in general, we say, vote for me, memo policy way. If I don't mention the policies, obviously 24-hour economy. Captain, 5 more minutes, I beg you.
And so
2 minutes.
And one.
And see, so be catch or say, or person 24-hour economy. Think about this carefully. The normal working hours is here 8 hours. It's you call Juma Ebia and upper 8, ube pong 4 and answer 5, now coffee, 8-hour shift. With that input, we are not able to provide energy and electricity to power those 8-hour working hours. Obviously, say no, or multiply 8 hours by 3, which means you're going to need extra or times 3 the power demand you're having right now for your business and whatever. No, it's only times 3 to run a 24-hour economy. But on the policy for energy generation, what is the energy policy? Or the policy for energy alone? What is it? So obey Juma, employ more people. You have to have skilled labor. But so have you seen any one of them coming out with any program, say, training for the youth? Because when to me, if I will be a net, say, Uncle Yejuma industry, the person needs at least some basic skills to be able to work efficiently, to be efficient as labor. Where is their policy concerning education, and how is that going to promote the skilled labor that we're looking to develop? Has that been communicated?
All right.